Oh my God. Go, run, run. Oh.
Hello, beautiful people. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. The last welcome back I'm gonna say for this year. Yo, it has been a crazy year. We are finally at the finale of the year. It is December 31st, New Year's Eve. Well, where I'm in California right now. PCT time. I know I have some of my subscribers that are in Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, Europe, Mexico, everywhere, child. But I just want to say Happy New Year's to you guys, wherever you guys are. I hope you guys are having a great New Year's Eve and a great New Year's Day and an amazing year moving forward, okay? Whew. Just needed to say that, y'all. It has been a very, very intense year for the world, and I just wanted to give y'all a pat on the back. You know, we have been through a lot. We have been through so many things this year, and it's just crazy that it's finally come to an end. Alrighty, so if you guys can hear, I have gotten a new phone. Hopefully you guys can hear me clearly. If you guys do hear like this sound is very good, but if you guys hear like anything in the background, it is very windy outside and it is raining in California. It's gonna rain for the next 5 days. Great. I don't like the rain, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to just talk to you guys right before we get into these predictions. Now we're gonna be doing these World 2026. This is gonna be the yearly predictions for 2026. Alrighty. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below where you are from. And if you are new, welcome. My name is El Nino. I do world predictions. I offer personal readings via Instagram or email. I do audio readings, phone readings. If you guys are interested, message me. And yeah. And also, if you guys are new, I do predictions consistently. So this specific video, we're going to pick up on the strongest energies that I see in 2026. I will make more predictions. So my channel consists of predictions every month and every few days. You know, I don't ever just post for 1 month or 1 year and then that's it. So if we don't cover everything in this video, we will cover more as the days go on, as the weeks go on. So yeah, we will pick up more information. So we're going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to post, and we are going to continue to move forward. And yeah, I just wanted to say that, y'all. So without further ado, let us get into these predictions. But I also wanted to tell y'all, I love you guys so much. How did I forget that? I love you guys so much, and I really do wish you guys a happy New Year's and a happy 2026, and may all your dreams come true. So without further ado, let us get into these 2026 predictions. So for 2026, we are going to see energies speed up very fast. Okay, so things are going to happen very fast. It is going to be the year of the horse, aka the fire horse, and we are going to see a lot of things happen very quickly. Now, this could be good and bad things, right? If it's something like a business you want to start or something that, you know, could take off, it could take off very good. On the other hand, this energy could also be very volatile and it can cause a lot of chaos. So we could expect to see huge fires like that rage very quickly. We could see wars that will break out very suddenly and viruses that will break out very suddenly. Things are going to be very sudden. I know we hear about this every year, but this energy feels like it's going to go really fast, and this year is going to go even faster than many of the other years. It's going to go very quick, and things are going to be very fast paced. Okay, so that's just the energy that I'm seeing. Now we're going to tap into some of these predictions. We're going to see overall energies, what comes through, and I will tap in. So we're going to see many world leaders, political figures come in and out. It's going to be very fast how regimes will change very quickly across the world. Okay, so many world leaders will all of a sudden be changing, resigning. Some will be assassinated. Okay, and I do pick up that could be in the month of January, actually very near future, and something that I have been picking up on very quickly. We are going to see a very shocking assassination of a person of note. Okay, like a political figure. And I know people are like, is it Trump? Is it Trump? Is it this person? I feel like whoever this person is, it's going to be very shocking. I don't think it's Trump. I know some people, would like like that to be. I don't see that for Trump. But I'm going to talk about him in a minute. But I just see a lot of things are going to move very quickly as far as like changes of power, sudden shocking moves. There's going to be just so many things happening at once, and it's just going to cause a lot of changes. Okay, so the first thing I do see is we are going to see Temu. We're going to see the Chinese app Temu. We are going to see that it is going to face a bankruptcy. So Temu will file for bankruptcy. We could see a sudden change with Temu when it comes to their company, and it's going to shock a lot of people. Okay. I also do feel like we are going to see a specific app. This could be Snapchat. This could be a social media. This is like a social media app. It does kind of feel like Snapchat. It could be another app that will suddenly close down or announce that it will no longer be running in 2027. We are also going to see an energy of a CEO that is jailed and arrested. This CEO is in connection to AI. It's like ChatGPT. We're going to see something around this specific person being jailed, and even several people amongst AI. AI will take over, but it's going to cause a lot of controversies where people that work with AI are going to have to kind of step back, and people are going to kind of come after these people because it's going to cause a lot of issues for a lot of people, especially when it comes to their cognitive abilities. And I feel like there's going to be something coming out of a CEO around AI and their team being arrested, jailed. It's going to be very, very, very big headline news. Okay. There's also going to be a cure. Remember I said these energies of cures. So we're going to talk about the good stuff. I do feel like there's going to be a cure for the energy of Alzheimer's. So we are going to see a potential cure for Alzheimer's. So it's going to be like a cure that could actually also work quickly, quicker than what would be expected. Okay, this could be an announcement. I also do see we are going to see the stores JCPenney and the store Kohl's. If you're in California or United States, y'all know that stores. They will announce closures and bankruptcies. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting. I keep getting drawn back to this assassination attempt that's going to come up. So something big is coming up in the month of January. I wanted to also say July, but I'm getting January. We are going to see some big shocking event. It's going to really start up this year where it's going to kind of saddle up the horse. You know what I mean? It's going to be very, 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 very intense. Alrighty, so for the United Kingdom, in regards to the royal family, I do feel like Prince Williams will step up. Okay, he will step up as the new king in 2026. I feel like this could be around April, May of 2026, so around spring going into early summer. So what will happen is King Charles will either, I don't want to say that word, but y'all know I've mentioned that before, even last year, that I feel like that energy of the skeleton with the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper is following him. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. And I definitely do feel like there's an energy of that coming into 2026. Now, it's either he gets very, 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 very sick where he steps down and he passes, or he has to step down because he passes. Something like that could be significant. A lot of people are expecting it. It's like they're anticipating it, and I feel like this could definitely be. I just see something happening around April, between April to May, something significant of a big regime change. Okay, yeah, April of May of 2026 could be significant, and then you're gonna start to see regarding Prince William and Kate that they are going to be more. I don't, because she doesn't strike me like, I don't even know this girl, but the energy that I'm picking up on is she could be more shy. I could be wrong, or not super friendly. This could be both of their energy, but I do see an energy of being more assertive, and this is also going to tell a lot of people in the United Kingdom what is to come as well. Okay, now as far as Keir Starmer, y'all know I've been saying, I feel like I didn't say when he would step down, but I did say that there's an energy of a resignation. Oh, I'm gonna say this. It looks like something could happen around the end of the fall of 2026, possibly going into 2027. The energy just feel like it could be later in the year that something could happen. Okay. And as far as the United Kingdom, I do also see we are going to see a loss of one of the Beatle members. So someone very big. So Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr. Okay, it could be either or. And I also do see Elton John, which I've been saying. I feel like Elton John is definitely going to have either a really bad health issue that comes up around. This could be around April to March. Not April to March. April to June is what I see. Something that could happen around that time. Now, it could either be a very severe health decline in 2026 or a passing in 2026, okay? And I also see an energy around the Rolling Stones, energy of that following them as well, okay? I feel like the energy of like the stock market, the economy, it may not feel like it, but I do see that it could definitely improve in certain bits, but many people will feel like it's not. And they're definitely going to implement more force with the digital IDs is what I see here, okay? I also do think around the United Kingdom, they also might have to have travel restrictions where there will be a virus that goes around, and they could possibly restrict traveling during a certain time due to people getting sick, or they will restrict certain public spaces. So we could see a resurgence of masks, and we could see, schools being more restricted, or possibly closed down for a little bit. I feel more of a restriction though. And then I also see, connecting to the Big Ben, we are going to see something happening around the big clock of England. Something that's going to happen around the clock. I also do see we are going to see also a connection to terrorist attacks as well around Manchester, the London area. Okay, and I also do see a connection to the London Bridge. Something around the London Bridge is going to be very significant. For President Trump, okay, I do feel like we are in the United States going to go into a war-like energy. And the reason why I say war-like energy, because it's not going to be full-blown war, but it is going to be a war-like energy, okay? I know people think we're in World War III going into 2026, but I definitely see that energy coming up within the next 3 years with the World War III energy. But this is like a preparation energy that I'm picking up on. So definitely when it comes to Trump, I definitely do feel like there are going to still be issues, to say the least. I definitely do feel like we are still going to be in an energy of where people are not going to be very pleased. I don't see him passing away. Okay, I know people are asking, is he going to pass away in 2026? I'm leaning towards, I don't like to say that, but I'm leaning towards, yes, he can have a health issue in 2026, but I don't see him leaving the office in 2026. Okay, I do feel like when it comes to Trump, he will kind of start to be a little bit more meek with certain things, and his mannerisms will appear more, I don't want to say docile, but he's not going to be as rambunctious in his demeanor. His demeanor will change a bit. He will still have some rambunctious tendencies, but he's going to be a bit more docile. And I kind of see him like burping a lot, or like going like this when he's giving a speech. And I see him kind of also like having to think more, pausing when he speaks. And it's something that he might start to, some cognitive abilities, but that comes with age. I also do feel like there's something around Trump. Does Trump have a family that's still alive, like siblings? Because I feel like there's something connected to a sibling of Trump. Whether it's a brother or sister. If he has a sibling, I feel like there's an energy of a sibling that could pass away or something. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. That was weird. So I don't know if that's something that they don't want me to talk about, or if that's confirmation. Damn, that really hurt my throat. Ugh. Something around the throat area. I don't know if this is Trump or whoever I was speaking on. Definitely do see issues with throat here. I definitely do think him and Melania will definitely be more separate. I see a separation, not in a sense of divorcing, but I see her being more separate, and I do see that she's... Why am I burping? Something with a stomach. I don't know what that is. Anyways, I see Melania is going to be... She's going to start some type of business. Okay, she's going to be more independent with something she will be launching. I'm not sure what it is, but she's going to be more like something about a brand. I don't know if she has a brand, y'all. You let me know if she does. I don't follow her, but I see something around a big brand or something where she's going to be possibly on the cover of a makeup magazine as well. I don't know if she does. If she, I know she wears makeup, but I'm not sure if she's into like makeup, the beauty industry, but there could be like something where she's on the cover of some makeup, something with makeup, okay? Could be significant. Yeah. But yeah, I don't see that there's going to be an energy of him going, but I see someone around him. Okay, so he will have slower speech. I see a lot of burps, okay, and he could also have cold sweats. Alrighty. I also do think that Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump are going to have a conversation, and I see Kim Jong-un. It looks like some type of deal, some type of conversation. I was going to say a compromise, but this is the conversation that's going to happen. And I see Kim Jong-un, the energy of him either being invited to come to the United States, which I know he has in the past, but I don't think he's ever come. So we might see him coming to the United States in 2027. So he might try to build relations with North Korea in 2026, not 2027. Jesus. Maybe 2027 could be significant. I don't know. Proposal, or they're gonna fall in love in 2026, and we could see something around a engagement if they are in a connection, or there's a relationship coming in. And I also see an energy of a child here as well. Okay. I also see Michelle Obama. There's something around a vehicle accident, okay? So she needs to be careful with driving. This could also be Mr. Obama or his daughters. There's going to be someone in the Obama family that will have an accident with a car. So a vehicle accident is going to be significant. Going back to Trump, I do feel like we are going to see one of the Trump towers be attacked, okay? Or one of its places, the Mar-a-Lago. Somewhere where there's Trump towers globally, we're going to see a hotel that it's going to be attacked, okay? It's going to happen very quickly, too. It might happen, actually, I'm not saying in January, child, I don't want to manifest that, but I definitely see something coming in quick, and it could be connected to a fire or someone trying to cause some harm, okay? That's what I'm seeing. I also do feel like this upcoming loss, and it feels like very near future, right? So January, February energy, and it's tying into some type of well-known filmmaker, well-renowned filmmaker, film producer, someone directed movies, potentially also did some sound experience with music, okay? We might hear some type of loss. And then I also see a rapper coming up very soon in the month of January going to February. A well-known rapper passes. And then I see this other energy, kind of like what we saw in the beginning of December. Something significant around another male energy I see, and this person will be found unalived. And I also see a woman here too, a separate energy of a woman, and it's kind of going to remind people of like what happened with Brittany Murphy, is the energy that I'm getting. Okay, so when it comes to JD Vance, I definitely do feel like JD Vance will start to be more presently active in his role as the VP, and I see him making more decisions. And I also feel like there could be some controversy where, remember what happened with Elon and Trump? They got in an argument. I feel like there could be something similar with Vance and Trump, where they might get into a big disagreement, okay? And for JD Vance, I do also see there could be something connected to Italy. I don't know if he's going to be taking a trip to Italy. Something about Italy, I want to say Italian, something about Italy could be significant. He also has to be careful about traveling in 2026. I definitely do feel like he might have to be careful of either some attempt on his life or just some issues with travel, because planes are still going to be issues in 2026. But I see something like that. And in regards to his relationship with his wife, I heard dull. It's like the excitement is like lacking. So they might appear kind of dull. They might appear not very interested in each other in 2026. It's like she's over here, he's over there. She doesn't trust him. For some reason, she doesn't trust him, or he doesn't trust her. There's something with a lack of trust, or this will happen in 2026, okay? And I see that their relationship is going to be rocky. And I do see that that's going to be an issue, and I do see that there's going to be a lot of rumors circulating around their relationship. Because I kind of see her not being around him, or him not being around her a lot, and then people are going to say, are they separated? What's going on? We're going to hear something like that. I don't know. We'll see. In regards to the Texas governor, Greg Abbott, I do feel like we are going to see something around something connected to a vehicle or a fall with Greg Abbott. Okay, so there might be some type of vehicular accident or fall around Greg Abbott. Something that might happen, or something might hit him. Okay. As far as him running again, I feel like there could be some type of change. This could be because of an accident, so there might be some type of changes with the government in Texas allegedly. I have to look into that more, and as the months go by, we're going to tap into it more. But yeah, okay. We're going to see the mass casualty events being highlighted. So these are terrorist attacks, and these are the places that I feel where we could see it. Texas is going to be an S show in 2026 with violence, with guns, okay? Los Angeles, which, you know, it's always been that energy. I got Holland, something around Holland. I know that's in Europe, but I'm also going to say Hollywood. Seattle, Washington is going to be very significant. Georgia, specifically Savannah and Atlanta. Miami, Florida, or Orlando. And I also see around Philadelphia. We're going to see some type of big casualty event, okay? To Europe, I do feel like cities I see very significant is Rome, Italy, Milan, Paris, okay? The United Kingdom, I see around Edinburgh and Dublin. We are going to see a lot of things happening around there. And I also see around Canada. So Canada is going to be very, very highlighted. Japan, Singapore, and Beijing are also going to be highlighted as well. So pretty much a lot of big cities. I also do feel like we are going to see a city, like a capital city, announced to change their name, okay? I want to say even a potential country that will either want to change their name or their flag, the color of their flag, okay? We could see something around a flag change or an announcement or an attempt of that. And I also see a name of a city or a capital being changed, okay? Interesting. We're also going to see the Church of Scientology in Hollywood, California. There's going to be a big fire or a big fight that breaks out, but something looks like it's going to close down, maybe temporarily. But I feel like there's going to be something that happens to the Scientologist church in Hollywood that's going to be breaking news, some big thing coming out. I kind of feel like it's a fire, something connected to damages. It could also be drama and altercation, but something's going to happen around a Scientologist church in Hollywood, okay? That's the energy that I see very, very strong. It could also be a celebrity too, connected to this church that will make headline news, okay? Which would make sense. As far as earthquakes, I definitely do feel like we are going to see California. We are going to see significant earthquakes in California. So we are going to see more earthquakes happen in California. So a lot of 5.0s. We will see a few 7.0s, mainly around Northern California and also going down to South SoCal. And I also feel like we also could see something around a coastline that will cause some damages near homes near those cliffs, which I don't know why people make homes near cliffs. That sounds smart. But we might see something around like Ventura County, which I love that place. It has like Santa Barbara, Ventura Harbor. We might see something around there, or maybe Santa Monica. We could see some infrastructure damage, okay, of a potential earthquake. And it could also be because some of the things might be older. But I see like a landslide too that could happen, where we might see even like a place, could even be a school, like a university that could be damaged. So it could be like rubbled in under the highway. Something like that could be very significant. That just came to me. I expect to see earthquakes also around. Ooh, there's definitely going to be a tsunami, a big tsunami. Wow, it's like going in circles here. There's going to be a big tsunami. And it looks like it's going in three directions, or it's going in something about like a tsunami goes like in a circle where the waves go in all directions in a circle. So this feels like I'm in Asia, so around Japan, Indonesia, Taiwan, South or North Korea. There's something around there, the Philippines. There's something going to be very significant around there, okay? California will have potential tsunami alerts, but yeah, I see Antarctica will have an earthquake. I see earthquakes around Germany. So something's going to happen around the North Sea, the Baltic Sea, that's going to potentially issue little, not little, maybe some tidal waves that might be headline news that might shock people. I don't want to say a tsunami, but it could potentially would be a tsunami alert. But I see something around Germany around the earthquake, and especially going to the coastal regions. I see one in France, and I see one in New York City, but this one's going to be bigger than what they had last year. This one's going to be around like a 5.0 and above, and around New Jersey as well, okay? And I feel like around the summertime, a lot of places in Western Europe are going to be extremely hot, bro. When I tell you extremely hot, like it's going to be like California hot. Like 140 degrees. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be like 100 and, it's going to be pretty up there. Yeah. As far as hurricanes, I do feel like we could see potential hurricanes around California, SoCal energy. I also do see around the East Coast, so hurricanes or big tropical storms. But this looks like hurricane warnings, advisories. So all the way from Maine to New Jersey to New York, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and Australia as well. Australia, y'all will also have an earthquake that could issue a tsunami warning in Australia. So Australia, I do see something around Australia being significant for earthquakes, okay? And I also feel like Australia, y'all will have like a... this feels like... an increase with tourists, but then there's a decrease period. So I don't know if it's because of the seasons, but wherever there's more people, it might be less on a certain time, but then it'll be more in other times. It's going to fluctuate with the tourists there, I see. So it could affect the economy a little bit. And I also do see more like gun violence around Australia, so we could see more mass casualty events around churches. Schools are going to be strongly... Yeah, y'all are going to start off the year with a bang, I'm hearing, Australia. So something that's going to happen, y'all are going to start off this year with a bang. Maybe the first week of January. Hopefully not, but something's going to happen with a incident in a public space. Also going to see a lot of old cases be reopened in 2026, okay? So old cases that were very controversial that are going to be reopened. And I feel like there's going to be strongly connected to Aaliyah. And I was picking up on her energy around Aaliyah. I feel like there's going to be some investigation, something that is going to go viral. It's going to get people's attention. Maybe there will be a petition, something around Aaliyah, okay? Y'all know, if y'all know the story. Yeah, I feel we're going to see justice for Aaliyah. Biggie Smalls also came to my mind as well now. We might hear some news around Biggie Smalls. You know, when I see things, I see like clips of things. So it's like I'm walking and I see him, and he has like a brown sweater on, and then he just looked back. So I don't know what that could mean, but we're gonna see something around that. Hmm. Yeah. We're also going to see a resurgence of Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse is going to be highlighted as well. So Amy Winehouse is going to be resurrected. Amy Winehouse again. There's also going to be some. Ooh, I see also sad news around her family. Could be around her father, the mother. Someone is not doing well, or they're not going to be doing well in 2026. So I see a health decline. And a sad energy around a family member, okay? Could also be something connected to her ex-boyfriend. I know that wasn't her family member, that was her ex, but something around Blake could be significant as well. Yeah, there's something around her family that's going to be significant regarding health. As far as Diddy, because I was didn't want to read on Diddy, but Diddy. Hmm. You hear that creak of that door? Hmm. Something's creaking. I see Diddy trying to attempt to take his life, honestly. I don't know if a door could be significant, like a creak or something. Child, something around. We'll look into that in the future, but Diddy, I see an energy around that coming up. Now, for my last predictions, these are going to be my list of famous people. I don't know if y'all can see it. It looks crazy. These are my list of famous people that I see either having issues with their health, passings, accidents. This is kind of like my list that I made. So right away, I'm going to go into it. I do feel like we could see a passing around Yoko Ono, okay, who was married to John Lennon, his wife. I see again the Beatles, Paula Ringo. Again, I wrote the Rolling Stones. I see Liza Minnelli, Elton John, Dick Van Dyke, Stephen King, question mark, R.L. Stein, the Goosebumps author, Joe Biden, question mark, Clinton. Okay, this could be again health issues, accidents, passings. I see something around Cher. Now, I'm not saying it's a passing, but something about health related around Cher. But I see that there could be a potential sudden transition with one of her children, okay? And something around a Harry Potter actress I see. I also see Flavor Flav. He came to me strongly the last 2 days. Like I kept seeing his face in my mind for some reason. An NSYNC member, so someone who was an NSYNC, could also be Backstreet Boys. So it could be a health issue, a passing. Nancy Sinatra, Katherine Jackson, or Randy Jackson. There's going to be something around the Jacksons, around a passing, health issues. Christina Applegate. But I see another co-star that will either have an issue with their health or pass away around the show Married with Children. There's something connected to that because I did pick up that energy before. Danny Trejo. This could be health related. Let's see, who else do we got? One of the members of NWA. Okay, could be significant. Trump's Trump. Trump's. That doesn't say Trump. Something around Trump. Trump's. Does Trump have a sibling? For me to say that again, and I didn't write his name here, but something around Trump. It's not him. It's someone related to him. Diana Ross, Patti LaBelle, Smokey Robinson, and Ice-T, and one of Ice Cube's children could be significant, and potentially Ice Cube. I also see a connection to Beyonce's mother. Beyonce's mother, you might hear something around her health, okay? Or someone on JC's immediate family I see as well. Yeah, that's the energy that I'm seeing. Robert Wagner, Kirk Ramsey. I see a passing or a health crisis around Kirk Ramsey, John Benet Ramsey's father. I see an energy around the Kardashians. It could be in their family or an immediate family. It could also be a grandma. I'm getting an energy connected to Kris Jenner and her mother. Something around that could be significant. Beyonce's mother. I see a Full House member, someone who started on Full House as well. A lot of people. Which we'll do more energies of them coming up too. We'll do, as the time goes by, we'll do more energy checks on that as well. But yeah, I'm seeing that energy very, very, very strongly. I also do feel like we are going to see this prediction of tourists that are going to be stuck in Haiti. Okay, either Haiti or the Dominican Republic. We're going to see some tourists that are going to be trapped, possibly held hostage in those countries. Somehow, some way, these tourists will be stuck, or they'll be stranded, or there's going to be something happening to some tourists. And they could also be there when something breaks out in the country, and that could be why they're stuck. But I feel like there could be also a kidnapping, or they're stuck. It's like they're stuck at a hotel, they can't get out. There's something connected to the Caribbeans, and I feel like this is around Haiti and or the Dominican Republic. Alrighty, y'all, so that concludes the 2026 predictions. Like I said, I do much more, so I'll probably do more parts of this video, and we're going to tap into more energies. Like I said, I don't just make one video, I make consistent predictions. So if you guys are new, that is how I do it. And yeah, also if you guys again are new, be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment down below where you're from, comment down below what video you want to see next, and like another prediction. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your new year and a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.